There's a new exhibit over at the Ogden Museum of Southern Art celebrating the vibrant tradition of HBCU marching bands. And this Saturday, you can get free admission to see that exhibit. Pretty exciting. Here with more on this Free Family Day, we've got Michelle Pontiff and Capri Jerusco, excuse me, of the Ogden Museum. Did I pronounce that correctly?
No, but it's okay. Garisco.
Please, Garisco.
Yes.
My apologies
It's
for that.
okay.
We were talking
It
about the
happens.
segment, and I always ask, so, you know, you get the name first, and I didn't do that today. So we were talking about the segment.
We were excited about this.
Exactly, because this is phenomenal. Tell us about the exhibit and how you got the idea to focus specifically on HBCU bands.
Yeah, so Keith Duncan Battle of the Bands opened up back in January, and our lead curator, Bradley Summerall, he and Keith go back, way back into just his art. He's been a part of the museum. Keith Duncan has been a part of the museum, teaching young artists his craft and how to be involved in the arts. And so to have an exhibition that focuses on his work, that focus on such an important culture in the South, here in New Orleans, of the HBCU marching bands, and bringing it to life on the museum walls was really important to us.
It truly is exquisite, the work that Keith did and the materials he used to put together this artwork. And it really does speak to the rich fabric that is HBCUs and the music that we all know to love. Tell us about the significance of the exhibit.
Yeah, so the exhibit kind of goes back to the history. So Keith went to LSU, and during that time, he would go to Southern Battle of Bands, so go to those football games, and he was so intrigued by that music and by just the dancing, the trumpets and everything. So for him to celebrate Black culture through his unstretched canvases, kind of bringing that to light is...
There's Keith there and his wife, Amy.
Exactly. That was an opening celebration we had for him and the exhibition. We had a live marching band kind of to bring the paintings off the walls into the museum. And so we thought, what a not better way to celebrate that by doing a free family day this Saturday. So admission will be free for everybody from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., kind of celebrating his work, his legacy, and also the bands that are included on the walls.
Right, and so with that, a lot of other fun activities that are going to be out there. Tell us about them.
Yeah, so we have a couple activities based off of his work, right? So participants can make a hat for the drum major. They could also work on a collage based off of his mural that's on the back of the Ogden
And this is
Museum.
reflective of the work.
That's
the work
literally
does
on the side of the
It's on
building.
the, and there's also a painting in the exhibition based off of this collage. So families can do a bunch of art activities based off of his work. There's also going to be a food truck. As Capri mentioned, marching bands.
Yeah, a little battle of the
And-
bands
Battle of
going on,
Bands.
right?
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of fun activities to enjoy.
That is fun, and it's also fun that local bands are getting an opportunity to come out, so you get to see the programs about which Keith's art talks.
Exactly.
What else do you hope people get from this exhibit?
Well, Keith will be leading a artist-led tour at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. So I think for folks, if they can make those two times, see his own ideas and his words and get his own inspiration, because when he talks about his work, he's just so passionate. It makes you transported into a studio.
Right.
I think that's really important for the community to kind of see and get his
Get his perspective, get his lesson. And we should say, you know, Keith's not here this morning, but, you know, I'm going to take executive privilege and kind of speak on his behalf. Keith is actually my cousin, and so when I saw the production note that y'all were coming in this morning, I was like, oh my goodness. You know, Keith, yes, you said, you know, from LSU, then went on to study and work in New York City for a long time, but from here, from Plaquemines Parish, and bringing back that expertise and all that he's learned, and this is just really kind of just the apex of his career for it to come to this point, like just really showcasing all that he's learned, but also brought back home. You know, and that's what's great about this. So tickets are still available to come on out. It's all free to go, but what do you do? Do you show up, just go?
You just show up, no
Okay.
RSVP necessary. If people want to find out more information about more details of the crafts and of the times of the bands performing and of the tours, our website, ogdenmuseum.org. Other than that, you don't really need to do much other than bring yourself and your family and some loved ones.
Yeah, for a good time out there, showcasing something that really teaches us something about us here in this city.
Exactly.
Y'all want to add anything else before we move on?
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, a good day, good weather too. We do thank y'all so much for coming on and sharing with us about this exhibit. How long is the exhibit going to be running?
It is up until September 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so got some time to catch it, but also a great time this weekend to catch it and learn more about the story behind it from the person who did it.
Exactly.
All right, well, we thank y'all so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the Ogden Museum of Southern Arts Free Family Day celebrating the Battle of the Bands exhibit is this Saturday, as we told you. Get started at 10, wraps up at 2. Free admission, arts and crafts. You get to hear from Keith, take tours, food, see bands perform. Listen, we call that a party. Got more information for you on our website, wwltv.com.